Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everybody on today's podcast live? It's just come in, it's pouring down. Absolute weather is garbage, absolute nonsense. So we've got some people on already. Let's have a look. Martin Horsfield, hi Andy, podcast sounded great. It's weird listening to your own voice back. It always is, isn't it? As humans, we don't like to do that. Definitely don't like to do it or watch yourself back. So we don't really know what our voice sounds like when we hear it back. It's a bit weird. BB's on, how are you, buddy? Hi Andy. Andy, what do you make of the ticket change proposals for away fans needing to prove? Mate, you need to go, as I think, yes, Rob said, you need to go and listen to the podcast. We talked about it on the podcast that went live last night on the channel. So or you can get it on SoundCloud as well. So go over. Let me just, that's a good point. Let me just, hopefully today, I don't know what happened early with my my final live stream after the game, but it was a bit weird because I'm not sure whether it's actually fully loaded to the channel or not. I'm just going to copy, let me just copy this into here. This is the SoundCloud link. If you you don't want to go onto YouTube, then what you need to do is just click that link below. And just make sure that you've got SoundCloud on your app on your phone if you want to, or your laptop, or whatever you want to do. If you don't want to go directly to YouTube and you want to listen to it, maybe you're going for a run or you're in the car or whatever you want to do, that is the direct link to the SoundCloud account for Man City Fan TV. Me and Rob checked it earlier because I think one or two people were saying there was a couple of links that were maybe not working or weren't there or something, so we checked it and they've all been reissued and redone. And Rob says no issues with your stream now, pal. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Let's just see if it holds out. It's a strange one. It's never really happened before, but I checked my phone, I checked everything, and there's no updates or anything like that needed. So we'll see how it goes. Martin says, I can't repeat on here my thoughts on the new ticket system, as Rob and Andy will have heard. You need to go, if you've not seen it, what you need to do is you need to come onto the YouTube channel as normal to watch the videos. And if you can't find it for whatever reasons, because we post so many videos on here, just click playlists. So if you come on here and you're thinking, oh, I've not been on for a while, I've not been on for a week or something, you've been away on holiday or busy with work and things like that, and you're thinking, oh, well, where is it? And scrolling through, either click videos and you'll be able to scroll through, or click the playlists and you'll be able to find the podcast playlist. I think it's the third one in. And then you can click on there and it'll show you all four podcasts. Or like I said, if you scroll back up, I've put the SoundCloud MCFC Fan TV link on there, and then you don't have to go into YouTube. So if you're going out for a walk with your dog or your missus or whatever, and she's giving you a bit of that, you might just pop your headphones in, click the SoundCloud link, and you can you can listen to the podcast. And we talked last night all about things like FFP, why City are hated, journalism. We talked about away tickets, the allocations, and the new changes in all of those. And then Rob, I had to leave. This was on Thursday night, because I was catching my flight early hours, and I was doing a live vlog immediately afterwards. So all you have to do is go and listen to that. And then there's Carl from the States and Martin, who's on here now, Martin Horsfield, and they talk about all things, and they carry on with the whole debate after I left. Martez Meadow, hi Andy, how are you? We need a centre back, I think. Okay, who do you want? Who do you want, Owen? Hi Andy, hi Rob, how are you, buddy? Blue Hearts on. We need Harry Maguireinho. He's a snippet, 80 million, great Brazilian centre back. Steve Black, hi, evening all. You are animated and the sound is good. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe if it happens again, maybe there's an issue or something I need to really look into and resolve. But there's no updates or anything needed on my phone or my laptop, so it was a bit strange why it did that, because it's the first time it's ever done it. So we'll see what it is. I don't know whether it's bandwidth, but I'd be surprised at that, because I have super fast fibre optic straight to my home, so I've got like incredible speeds. So yeah, but it's a weird one. But anyway, we'll see how it goes, and if I freeze, even though you'll hear my voice, what I think I've gathered looking at the video before, I think it'll only play up to when it's videoed. So don't matter when I came through with my voice earlier, it's not picked that up. It sort of stops at the point that it was, everything just buffered and paused for me. So afternoon, section 20. I'm taking it you've ate all those biscuits now, they're gone. Do you think Sarni will go? I don't know, 50-50, mate, if I'm being honest. I think about 4 or 5 days ago I was more sort of like Sarni will definitely stay. Now I'm not too sure. Scott Williams, afternoon all. Hope Julio drops by to give his first-hand account of today's game. Well, he was on earlier on the live streams that we did before half-time and afterwards, and he said that yeah, it was packed and it was free sort of seating, free standing, whatever. So hopefully Julio will come on and just tell us a little bit about what the atmosphere was like in the ground, because it sounded good. Throw her a stick if she's playing up. Never, Steve Back, never been the same since you left the chair. It's that chair, isn't it? It's got a hex on me now, and I'll never ever have a good live stream again without being in that big green Ronnie Corbett chair. Section 20, Munchdown, mate. The dentist ain't going to be happy next week. Every single one of those biscuits have gone. My lord. BB, check it out. Yeah, cheers, Rob. Yeah, go and check it out. It's really interesting. Very, very good podcast. So well done to Rob, Carl, and Martin for the contributions. Did you have a biscuit? Who's gone to Wembley? I am. Yeah, so my tickets arrived today, which is good. I've only been waiting weeks for them, so they're finally here. So yeah, the hotel's booked, and I'll be down there. Rob will be down there, and yeah, we'll all meet up and check us out. I will, if you're down there. Oh, I'll ask you guys who's going from your lot. Who was on here? Anybody going? You get some of you guys going or not? We went biscuit crazy. I bet you did. Did you get chased by the Benny Hill tune when you were in Burma? No, I didn't. Can't fault you, to be honest. Mike Hosford, I'm hoping for a busy last 10 days. New centre-back and Sarni replacement if he goes, but hope he stays. But I'm starting to think we will be very quiet and go with what we have. Well, Pep's apparently come out and said, you know, maybe there's one, maybe there's two, maybe there's 1.5, maybe he's not really sort of saying no, that's it, and saying end of story. It's definitely not happening. We only have to look at his comments were maybe 0, maybe 1, maybe 1.5. When asked if you're going to be buying anybody else, and he said that with a bit of a smirk on his face, allegedly. So we'll see. We will have to wait and see. Do we need somebody? I'm not too sure we do. Should we buy somebody? Possibly. So we'll wait and see. Hi, Andy Bernardinine's on. How are you? Scott Williams, I can't. I'm working at the Prue Ride London event. Gutted. It clashes with my biggest client, so can't bite the hand that feeds. You can't, mate. Work's got to come first, as always. So that's a shame. BB, scream your hearts out, Wembley Blues. I'm away in Ireland. I'll have to watch it in a pub over there. To watch it somewhere. But don't forget, BB, make sure you check in. You'll be notified anyway. Make sure, because we'll be doing loads of filming down there. Rob will be involved with me and others. So we'll be at I'll be at the Novotel anyway on Wembley Way, and then we'll be doing loads of filming and things like that. So you'll see plenty of stuff coming through. Martin Hosfield, thanks to you and Rob for having me on. You two are amazing and work very hard. Thanks again. Give it a thumbs up, guys. Great channel. Thank you, Martin. Say my live chat wasn't working. Hi everybody. I don't know, it's this weather. Maybe it's just playing havoc with everybody's Wi-Fi. Steve Black, I think something will happen this week as looking at other deals, they seem to be holding the other up once one goes. Yeah, we'll mention that the other day, Steve. It's sometimes you have to wait for something to happen. Like I said, for the last few weeks, you know, we've got the potential Danilo move if he does. We've got the potential Otamendi move if he does. And I think if something happens with them and Pep and the team are happy to let them go, that will then obviously generate something. Because I think if we lose Otamendi, we'll definitely be in with for somebody. If we definitely lose Danilo, we'll be definitely in with for somebody. Who those players are going to be, that's the question, isn't it? Jason Ford, talk to Liverpool. We will, if we can. We definitely will. No, we will do. We always try and speak to, if you see the videos we've done back over all last season, we always try and speak, if possible, to opposition fans. So we will do. Bernard Deneen says, had to beg, steal and borrow for my season card this season. Friendly at Wembley, though nice, is a cost I can't justify. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's... oh, I'm getting a thing again. Oh, I've got a thing again then on my laptop. I've not got it on my phone, but I've got it on my laptop. So if I do pause, this is what happened last time. I had something on my laptop and then suddenly it went off my phone. So I'm just warning you. If I do, and it does, and listen to it, if it does, and for some reason it goes off, I'm not going to continue just talking, because I've realised now when I look back on the one that I did after the game, even though you guys were saying, oh yeah, I can still hear you and things like that, it just stopped recording. So when I put it on the channel, it just went off. It was like, I don't know, 15 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes were just off it. So if I do, what I'll have to do is I will come off it, download this one, and I'll come straight back on again. But maybe it's just a little bit, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's my lad, he's in there having something to eat, and he's just constantly on his phone as well. But that shouldn't happen in the house anyway. Right, let's go back. Yeah, Bernard, it's a shame. I know it's, I mean, to be fair, the tickets were cheaper ones. I mean, the ones we got, Rob, we're behind you, mate. I know you're behind the goal, but we're up at the top. They were only, I don't know how much they were, 25 quid ones. So we're up at we're right up in the gods again. I don't mind being up there, if I'm being honest, because it's where we normally are when we go to Wembley anyway, on the halfway line, this time behind the goal. So still, Wembley, you get a pretty good view everywhere anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference. But yeah, it's an expense, it's another expense, and then obviously the season starts, and you know, it is a charity shield at the end of the day. It's not like it's not like an FA Cup final or a Carabao Cup final, so it's one of those pick and choose. I know loads of fans that have just said, I'm not bothering, I'm just not bothering. Done enough Wembley trips anyway, and let's face it, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I am getting a little bit up about going to Wembley. I need to just make sure, get my points on my Novotel, the amount of times I bloody stay there. So yeah, it's a big expense, because it's not like it's round the corner, or it's halfway. Let's say it's Birmingham or something, which is an hour and a half drive away. It's a lot, you know, it's a long way, and it does add up the cost. So watch on the telly. I just thought, because they were cheap tickets. If they were I'll be honest with you, if the tickets were like 50, 60, 70, 80 quid for me, the lads and everything else, I just wouldn't have bothered. I'll be honest with you, I would have watched it on TV. Mingyi Wong, great podcast you uploaded yesterday night. Thank you very much, mate. Bernard Deneen, hi Steve. Rob says, I would love to bring fans of other clubs, especially Liverpool fans, on the podcast. Absolutely, we'll do that. We will definitely do it. Got a couple of people anyway, that may be Liverpool fans. We'll try and work something out with that, and then maybe get some United fans and really go at it. Beyond belief, nobody wants to join. Will Des return? He probably will do it, but it won't be DEZZ or DEZZZ. It might be DEZZZZ this time, because the other two accounts were banned. Only, I don't like I said, I never ban people, but he was just like boring. If it was a bit of banter, yeah, let's have a bit of banter with him, but it was just boring. I'm fine, okay, thank you. Now you're good, thanks section. You be careful getting a thing against it. All good, Andy, says Scott Williams, good. Ooh, jumped ahead there, more comments. We've not looked too bad without Sergio, Gabby, Edders and Ferner. Absolutely, Blue Heart. You know, let's face it, this is pre-season and we're not playing against much, if I'm honest. All right, West Ham, Wolves, Kitchie and Yokohama, but you got to bear in mind, this is pre-season. You know, players are now just, this is where they get air into the lungs. This is where they start, you know, really sort of building up their proper match fitness. And the Charity Shield will be a similar event. You know, the trying to get air into the lungs, of trying to get that feeling back of being able to run for, you know, 5, 10, 15 minutes at a time and things like that. So it'll be fine. Martin says, I'm missing Wembley. I'm afraid I'm away, but there'll be spirit, guys. You'll be there in spirit. Have a great day. We will do. Just remember to keep your mouth shut. Yeah. Better not do that, Ada. I better not scratch my nose in case somebody pauses it and goes, oh, what are you picking your nose for? It'd be sod's law that I do that and it'll freeze right at that moment in time. So if I do that, I caught you out. I bet you thought it froze then, didn't you? Gutted to see Micah Richards retire, but he's coming back to City in some way. So that's good news. Yeah, I mean, he's a bit of a club legend around the club anyway. But that'll be hard. Will Micah get a testimony? I doubt it. Me too, Scott. He's looking quality. Sure, he'll be good. And one thing, guys, this goes for all our content. If you enjoy it, please like it and feel more engaged with the community by commenting on the videos. Tell us what you think or what you want to hear or see in the future. Good point there, Rob. Andy is in the cheap seats. I am. I'm in the cheap seats. Take your opera. Hey, listen. I'm normally in right up at the very top on the halfway line or near the away fan section when I go to Wembley. Anyway, views are absolutely perfect. I've got no problems with it whatsoever. I bet you I see more of the game than you do behind the back of the goal. Bet you. Martin Horsfield, get Goldbridge and Anfield. Jen, you're on, Rob. That'd be fun. Would love to be on that one. I don't think Goldbridge will come on. If I'm honest, no chance. Anfield Agenda, yeah, I don't think he'd come on either. Maybe we'll try him, but I doubt it. Arsenal refused to pay 80 million for Zaha, but just made an agreement with Pepe. Yeah, I believe so, 80 million. Whew. Considering they only had, was it £54 million transfer budget? That's a lot of money. 80 million quid, wow. Beyond belief, how long are they going to justify these ridiculous prices at Wembley? By saying the stadium needs paying for it. Well, to be fair, BB, like I said, these tickets here, they were 25 quid, which I think is that. I think any Wembley ticket, obviously depends on where you are, but I mean 25 quid, 30 quid, 35 quid, something like that. I think that's about fair, considering that Wembley don't know where fans are travelling from now. When you see certainly the tickets from last season for the cup games, the semi-final thing, 75 up to 100 quid, and I mean it's just daylight robbery, absolute robbery for City fans or fans coming from the north of England down to London. And like I said, I agree with Rob. If it's two local teams, it should be done somewhere in between. But they're not going to, because it's got to be paid for. That's the thing. Arsenal refused to pay 80 million. Oh yeah, sorry, I've read that one. How's the jet lag, mate? I'm a bit groggy today, I must admit. And I'm a little bit sort of like, what time is it here? Because for me now it's around about 10 o'clock at night. So I'm a little bit groggy today, but I'm sure I'll be all right tomorrow and get onto Dublin time on Monday, because I'm going to Dublin. So yeah, it's I've literally been around the world and delivered a few days training in the last 5 days, 6 days. So yeah, it's crazy, but it is what it is, and you get used to it eventually. Have you seen what Sky Sports posted on the new Everton Stadium looking? Yeah, right on the Mersey. Does look nice, must admit. You know the Liverpool fans are going to go mental over it. 52k, which is fill. Oh, they'll fill 52k and definitely fill 52k, no problem whatsoever. It does look very, very nice. The only thing that worries me, and it's a bit different, I think, at Fulham, but when you've got a stadium that's right on a river, you just think, how many pissed up fans, away or home fans, are going to end up in the Mersey? Scott Williams, Jason thought Pepe was off to Napoli. Has that news broken? I haven't seen anything on. I must admit, and I certainly haven't been looking at where Pepe is going. It's not something I've been interested in, but maybe not. Steve Black, what happened to the joint Liverpool-Everton ground share? I don't think the Liverpool fans were too impressed with that one, if I'm being honest. It would make sense, but then again, if it was us trying to share with the United, we just wouldn't have it, would we? Is anyone else really looking forward to United's next manager crisis next season? how long, BB, how long are you going to give it? Honestly, how long do you think it'll be before, something will happen? Martin says, Liverpool, Man U, Spurs and now Arsenal have a bigger record signing than us, with Everton willing to spend 80 million on Zaha, but we ruin football. Exactly, mate. Scott Williams, yeah, a few hours ago I seen it. Okay. Police squad again. Frank Trevin. Yeah, because I will be blind drunk. You won't say anything anyway. I'd love to get some of the bin dipping bus wreckers on the pod. We can pay them in candles. Rob's chucking a grenade into the chat. Beyond belief. Aren't Everton, after signing someone for 60 million, what happened to their morals? 80 million, beyond belief, not 60. Yeah, it's 80 million apparently. I did read about the Pepe thing, but that was Arsenal. As far as 80 million with the Zaha, yeah, I can't see Palace letting him go for 60 million quid. Bit worried about right backers. Walker needed a rocket today and gets a bit lapped. He got a rocket, didn't he, off Pep? Pep was really laying into him. I don't think it was so much about going forward, it was his positional. If you watch the video that I did all about Rodri and Fernandinho, and I talked about Pep's tactics and the way he works in zones and things like that. And I don't think it was just Walker. I thought Zinchenko today, even though I didn't see Pep really giving him a bollocking, I thought Zinchenko today got caught out of position too many times. You'll be okay with your bet on... You know what, honestly, yeah, we were talking about that when I was in Myanmar. I got to the airport yesterday morning, early. I got there about 6 o'clock in the morning. And all of them outside, when I said I'd not really seen anybody with it. I'd seen orange and red teeth, but all the guys who were like doing the trolleys and even the police with Kalashnikovs and everything, right in front of me. I was stood outside because I thought, I'm not going in there yet because it's boiling in the terminal. I checked in, came outside, and it was just like, it was cooler because it was that time in the morning. So I stood outside, and right in front of me was a bin, like a normal bin and they just kept wandering up in front of me, opening the bin and spitting this fucking horrible red stuff into the bin. The police officers, and I was like, I can't stand here looking at that. It was disgusting, absolutely disgusting. But yeah, it was like bright red. A grey Steve Black thought Walker was slow getting back. I thought Walker and Zinchenko, I'll be honest with you, I thought both of them positionally, defensively, I didn't think they were great. When's the next career mode episode out? I need to check my email because I've not spoke to Kian. Obviously I was travelling all day yesterday, but I'm sure he was sending me through episode 6, and I need to check, did he send it or didn't? I was just too busy last night, got home, put the podcast out, and my wife wasn't happy. I'd just come home then and putting out podcasts. Yeah, let's just say I went to bed and she wasn't talking to me. So it's one of those things. She hates Man City, fancy me. I don't know. I need to check my emails, and I'll look at it, because he did say that he'd filmed doing episode 6, but he's got, I think, his brother and family over with him at the moment. So I'll check and I'll get it out. I need to do another Who Are You as well, but I'm not sure when I've got time because I'm going away Monday morning. When's the next career? No, sorry. Remember going to Forest and nearly ended up in the Trent. Well, I know. Well, this is what I mean. It's amazing that more people don't do that. Do you ever get flown somewhere by pilots you've trained, Andy? I have done. I have done in the past. I have done, but they're people that I know. Maybe people I've worked with before. Trying to think. Have I ever? Well, yeah, I have actually. A couple of occasions. I was in Cape Verde about 4 years ago. I think it was 4 years ago, and I was out there a week training a load of pilots, and I flew back with their airline from there, and we had an engine failure just after takeoff, and we had to divert we diverted. We weren't on Sal. I don't know if anyone's been to Cape Verde, but there's lots of different islands, and there's the main island, and then there's the resort islands like Sal, and Sal's the most common one where all the tourists go. Well, we took off from one island, and then about, I don't know, 7-8 minutes after takeoff, obviously I heard, because I was at the front, I was in business class with them, and I heard this, that doesn't sound too good, bit of a shudder, and next minute I could hear ding, ding, ding going off, and crew going into the flight deck and things. I'm thinking, oh, so I said to the senior crew member, something's happening, can you just let me know what's going on? Next minute, PA came up straight away just as I'd asked the question, saying that we've got a bit of a technical problem. We're returning back to the airfield. So I thought, oh, great, brilliant, because I'm supposed to be home for the weekend and da-da-da. But it ended up, we diverted to another island, which is Sal. 5 days I spent in Sal. And one of the pilots I trained was the captain who was on that flight with the engine. So he was fine because we got back to the hotel. He stayed in the hotel that night. And then he got a small aircraft back to the main island. I ended up 5 days I was in Sal, until eventually they got a sub-charter to take us back to the UK. But it was great because they put me up in an all-inclusive hotel on the beach. So I had a bit of a holiday, so I could just work while I was there and get paid for it, and charge the company for my time while I was there, the client while I was there working, because I said I should be in the UK working, not here. So yeah, I've had that, and I think I've had another couple of instances where they've actually flown me home. Azerbaijan, when I was in Azerbaijan, a couple of the cabin crew and a couple of the pilots flew me back from Azerbaijan to Istanbul. So yeah, every now and then they'll sort of let me go up and sit in the flight deck, but with security this day and age, it's a bit different now. Right, let's get back. Enough chit-chatter about garbage. Podcast ruckus. You doing a quiz again soon? Yeah, we'll do, because everyone keeps asking me when's the music one coming on. Zinchenko struggled defensively most of today. I agree, Bernard. I've said it all along. Zinchenko can have great games, but I don't think defensively he's positionally aware, and they needed to work together. Laporte and him today didn't work well at all, in my opinion. Craven Cottage, one of the issues, especially when Bobby Zamora was striking against the ball's ending up in the Thames. Us Scousers become river dippers if the ball's end up in the sea. Brilliant. Nemecha goal was a tribute to the great Gota. Yeah, it was. It was a bundle in. A nice little ball across the road by Adrian Benabi. A Forest, the ball could end up in the county's crown. Did it go in off his backside? No, it came off his chest. How's the weather where you are? Pouring down. It's been pouring down non-stop all day. If Yokohama were in the Premier League, on what performance they must be top 10 or 12? I agree. I worked very, very hard. Very hard. It was like there was 15 players on the pitch certainly partway through the second half. They were all over the place. But then they are sort of halfway through their season. Was Rodri good? He had good moments, and then towards the end he looked like he was knackered and they couldn't get back on a few occasions. All those balls in the Mersey with fans jumping in the Mersey for them, Rob, would be funny. I heard Yokohama were dominant in spells. They had the larger possession halfway through the second half, in particular. Didn't see any figures on City for TV stream, but The commentator was saying that they'd now made 50 odd more passes than City had. Steve Black, best team, Yokohama second best team in Manchester. Rodri looked great for me today, looks a snip at 60. I think there was a couple of times, I mean, his tackling and things was good, and I just think maybe, obviously it's pre-season, he's trying to get himself fit and things, but towards the mid to the end of the second half, he was struggling to get back. They were beyond belief very good. Bernard Dinning sounds like it was a good warm-up. Yeah, it was, and it was a great, I mean, Pep said this will be a perfect game for us because they'll make us work, and they definitely made us work. Funny, on Twitter, someone received a cube. Yeah, I saw that. It was they just received their season tickets and everything, and the pack and everything. It was a QPR badge, 1892 or something like that. It was on it, but it was like, wow. One of the best friendlies I've seen. It was a good game, yeah. Well, second half wasn't as good as the first. Up until the substitutions, yeah. Could have been 5-5. There were loads of chances. I thought Bravo was excellent. Do a take my own parachute. I won't be able to open the door anyway. Jacob Dennison, hi. How are you, mate? BB, Bernard Deneen, how did Tommy Doyle and Bernabé? Tommy Doyle didn't come on. Bernabé looked good again. Yeah, he looks solid. Laporte Stones played full game. Sorry, I'm a bit behind on your comments. Watching the quality of your comments today, I was thinking about when and if there will be a Club World Cup. I think it's something that will definitely happen at some point. Bernabé has to be the best out of all the youngsters on tour for me. Yeah, don't know. Say Harwood Bellis for me, followed by Tommy Doyle and then Bernabé. That'd be my opinion. I think Angelino's been terrible. He wasn't great in the other two games. I thought he was okay when he came on today. He didn't make any mistakes. Angelino played a bit better towards latter games. Awful, the first few he was. Rodri's learning tactical foul as well. He was great at it, wasn't he? Little tiny tugs, so it wasn't like big tugs where he was going to get a straight yellow. Or even better, City Group Cup for the best of the best. Beyond belief, the left foot Bernabé cross. That's it. Oh, I mean, it was just superb. It was beautiful to see. Sod the Chimps League. We'll have the CFG League. 500 million to the winners. Yeah, well, listen, hey, don't discount that, Bernard. Yeah, Rodri can do 60-75 minutes and bring on Fernandinho. I still think Fernandinho will start for me, I'll be honest. Hello, Andy. How are you, mate? Did Bellis play? No, he didn't come on today, mate. Benignism, he didn't come on. Any news on when Mendy's returned to the squad? Nothing yet. Nothing official. Their keeper in the first half was a whip off his line. Bit of shame we didn't get to see the young Irish keeper for 10 minutes. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, they're not going to play. It's going to be Bravo and Edison. Simple as that. So I'd rather have minutes in Bravo's legs than Grimshaw or the Irish kid or anything. I just would. So we might not win though. Yeah, we might not win it. If the IRs give penalties for all the ball to hand incidents next season, means we should get a record number of penalties next season in the Premier League. Yeah, and that's going to be interesting to see, isn't it? I think that, I'll be honest with you, I think that is going to create major talking points after the games, because how many times do you think this season we're going to see players deliberately hitting the ball against the hand, and apparently it's going to be a penalty. And I think that's unfair. I think it's absolutely nonsense. Absolute nonsense. So I don't get that at all. I think it's crap. And it's an absolute crap ruling. It should just be given on the day and the decision is made. And I know there's going to be these angles that they're going to look at as where the arm movement is. And yeah, it's nonsense. We don't run with our arms at the side. We don't try and tackle with our arms at the side. It's an unnatural position to be in. You doing a quiz soon? It won't be this weekend, mate. It'll be, I don't know, maybe midweek or something. People have said we've got to do the music quiz, so I'll do that probably in sometime midweek, if I'm honest, because I don't get back from Dublin until late Tuesday night. So in fairness, thought Bravo was excellent. He was superb today, absolutely superb. If that was an Edison performance and the saves that he made, people have been raving like mad. City fans have been raving like mad about Edison, going, wow, that save he made in the 88th minute was amazing. It kept us at 2-1. You know, those two saves, albeit they scored the goal from it, but it was because of poor defending. They'd be raving about it. His pass out on several occasions that set up the first goal and things like raving about it because it's Bravo and because of what people's perceptions of him are in the past. They, you know, fair dues to him. He was brilliant today. I agree Fernand will take the first half of the season. I agree. I'm with you on that, Blue Heart. I think still Fernandinho, for me, is the best central defensive midfielder in world football. And I think better than Kante, for me, without a shadow of a doubt. I don't think there's anybody better still, but we'll have to see how fit he is and all those types of things. Spurs will be buggered if hands can't be used in the box. They will be. And Liverpool. We're going to see players flicking the ball against imbalanced defenders, can't use their arms to balance and change direction. This is the point, and I just think, you know what, it's going to create, God, it's gone very dark here, it's going to be like proper thunderstorms, I think, coming. I think it's going to create, your match of the days on a Saturday night are going to be like, I know, an hour and a half long, because all they're going to talk about is VAR decisions. But it's interesting because I believe our Sky not going to be doing a roundup on YouTube, I think, this season of all the games and do like a match of the day, but it's going to come out on YouTube about an hour or two after the game. So, you know, will people watch that on YouTube and not bother watching match of the day? And how many decisions, how many sort of, you know, talking points are going to be mainly surrounded by VAR? And I've got a feeling it's going to be a lot like that at the beginning of the season. Is it the Bravo we thought we were getting 3 years ago? I've always, I mean, Bernard, if you go back on the channel, I've defended him. If you go on, I mean, I don't go on Blue Moon Forum, but we've got our own sort of 606 Blue Moon Legends forum that I go on. And people on there were giving him loads and loads of grief, not last season, the season before. And I put together a video that I put on a YouTube channel that I created years ago. And I went through every single game and every single goal that he conceded. Now, the likes of Rob, and everyone sort of calls him the hologram and whatever else. But I watched all the goals that he conceded from every game in that season that he played the season before last. And I would say 85% of them, there was absolutely, don't matter which keeper in world football would have been in net, they wouldn't have saved them. But it just coincided that it was the first shot by the opposition because we had most possession. They scored and it was like, oh look, one shot, one goal. But he just could not have saved them. They were like headers from 3-4 yards out. How was he expected to save that? And, you know, I always thought the criticism of him was really unfair by City fans. I really like him. I really, really like him. I think he's a better goalkeeper than Willy Caballero, I'll be honest, and I like Willy, but that sounded a bit weird, didn't it? I like Willy Caballero. I need to clarify that. So, yeah, I think I like Bravo, I really do. Jason, do you know I've won the future quiz already? Yeah, I mean, it's done and dusted. Blue Heart's already won it. Yes, mate, the hologram was returned. Will it become a foul to deliberately cause a handball then? Well, this is the thing. We'll wait and see. Evening matches will be finishing at 11 PM with VR next season, reviewing all the ball time. It's gonna be really interesting. It's in. There's no point in moaning about it. It's in. With nothing we can do about it. It's just going to be. I just think the way that it'll take time to evolve until they get it better. And we'll just see. I just wish fans were told what it is they're reviewing. We'd like to see what it is, but if they just told us it was for a handball or offside, at least we know. I'm Bravo's biggest critic, but today he actually looked like a goalkeeper. He did, and like I said, we all have our opinions on certain plays and things like that. Bravo has gone to hard drive. Hard drive. If it rains, I hope the plumbing got sorted. It is. Not the crack though. The crack's still there. I've got to sort that out at some point. But yeah, we got it all sorted eventually. VR will bring more controversy than before. It's going to be very interesting to watch it. I'm sure that big H on his on his head has gone. Better than Jimmy Rimmer. Jimmy Rimmer, he was decent though, Jimmy Rimmer. Villa, good goalkeeper. Bravo kept City in it today with Mint. It was a brilliant save. It was a very, very top class save. Got down really quick, got a good strong hand to it. Tommy Lawrence was my hero, the flying pig. God, you're gone back sometime, Bernard. Gary Neville said all these fan channels are taking over their jobs. Hey, it was warned. It was warned. You remember Arsenal Fan TV when they sat down with Gary Neville after he made some comments about fan channels and things like that. And at the time, it was said at the time, look, this is, you're not going to stop this. This is only going to get bigger because it's the only outlets that give fans a voice. And so, let's hope so. Mentor's Rim of Red Dwarf. Bravo opened the door to Pep's style of keepers. It's hard to take now we know how it works. We see his quality, absolutely. Any reason to avoid a TV licence, even though it would be led by Sky 17-18 season. Bravo won us the League Cup, penalty shootouts in the rounds, and the Aguero assist in the final. That assist was just incredible. It was absolutely brilliant. I did a video where I did it in slow motion of that game, and you see it from right behind the goal, and it came out, and I've got close-ups and everything on the video. I'm sure it's on the channel. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. The way he just nudged, well, Sergio just nudged it. Superb. Does anyone take any notice of Gary Neville? We all know your guitar is going. How do you know? Is Sane leaving? What do you think, Andre? I'll ask you the question, because none of us know. That sounded wrong. I'm sorry, we're going back to what I said before. I know it did. You'll be doing a live stream roundtable discussion for every game next season. That would be superb, mate. The only problem being is hopefully it'll be at most of the games, so we can't just immediately after the game do a roundtable because we just can't. I'm not saying that we might not do something after the game, maybe the day after or something like that. Definitely, and if we get some, I was going to say proper guests on the podcast, but Martin and Carl and everything that kill me. I didn't mean it that way. I meant if we got some Andy Morrison and things like that on the podcast or something like that, then we'll probably film those as well. Steve Black, Andy will be strumming the intros. You'll be there all day. I'll be like, oh God, 30 minutes in and no one's answered question one. Guess that. You won't guess it. You'll have a guess, but it won't be right. If I played the guitar. Bravo was always going to be resented for replacing Hart. Very, very good point, BB. And that was the problem. Very good point. And I think that's what initially started the hate campaign. Because there was a hate campaign. Let's not, skim over it. There was a hate campaign against Bravo. And he'd hardly played for City. And it was, because Joe Hart's been knocked out and left out and blah, blah, blah. But Addison, we talked about doing roundtables. It is a possibility, yeah. Have you ever visited not Dumfries, Dumfries and Galloway, not Dumfries though, Brad, but I know what you mean, mate. Good to know that, Rob. Some tactics and live play ratings would be fun. I think Jimmy Rimmer reference was more in relation to Red Dwarf. Who's Jimmy River? Scott Williams. I know, I get that now. It was Scott the H on Rimmer. So Scott Williams it was. I'm going to call Bravo Arnold from now on. I must admit, I've watched a couple of Red Dwarf. I was never into it, I'll be honest with you. Arnold, give us a save. Good idea. It also takes different just trying to help out with the like a Willie thing. Thanks, Blue Art. Thought I'd try and skim over that one. Take heart. I'm still waiting for the bloody riot. So where are we? What else has come out today? Let me just see. Right, the somebody mentioned it earlier. Almada or Spanish Armada or whatever you want to call the whole thing that's gone on and on and on and on and on with Thiago Almada from Vélez Sarsfield. Well, a few days ago, a record in Portugal basically said that they've said it about for a week now. He's very, very, very close to a move to the Etihad, but he'll only come to the Etihad in 2021. It's expected that Vélez Sarsfield will accept the €16 million bid by Manchester City, and he'll go immediately on loan to Sporting for 2 years, and he won't return at the earliest until 2021. But Gabriel Heinze, the ex-United player who's in charge at Vélez Sarsfield, he said that talks are still ongoing. He said, I don't want to talk about it anymore, but things remain between us, and the fact that I don't want to lose him. He said, I really don't want to lose him. He's a boy who has confidence and listens to me. I tell him to look less at the phone and be more with his friends and family. It's not easy because of what's happening, but Ebola claims Almada will be joining Sporting on a loan deal as the Portuguese club, and Man City will both pay. I don't think both will pay. I think City will pay it. The buyout clause is €16 million, which has always been the case. So they said it's still ongoing with Almada. Still nothing's done. It's not going to affect us in the long term because he's immediately going to go to Sporting anyway. Treble winners, a license for TV. Have you ever tried to drive a TV? Lou Macari is a red dwarf. Hopefully, I will be leading a tactical analysis project. However, they would not be coming out on the match day. The next day, at the very earliest, we'll do this for fun, not for money. We have full-time jobs, absolutely. Wasn't the gay footballer from Twitter. Tactical analysis, I've entered a new dimension. I've earned my UEFA B coaching license in my youth, so hopefully we'll be able to provide some relevant insight. Very good. Yes, and I've done my coaching courses, so excuse me. It should be very interesting when we put all this. Like I said, there's lots of things in the pipeline, and we can't do and release everything right now. There's loads and loads and loads coming up. We're just going to give it to you and drip feed it to you bit by bit. Plus, there's still logistical parts of it that we've still got to arrange, and what we don't want to do is put something out and then we can't manage it. So it's got to be looked at and managed properly, rather than just going, oh, we've got this idea, let's do this, right, put it out, and then it's like, oh, I don't have time to do it, and it just falls apart. You need assistance, you need all the elements to come together at the right time and make sure it's managed properly, and that's what we're going to do. Don't think you get constructive views on a match straight after emotions high, but it can be fun. Well, that's the thing. Bernard, you hit the nail on the head there. Absolutely spot on. You can't do match analysis straight after, because, like you said, you only have to look at Arsenal fan TV, don't you? And it's just like everyone's ranting and raving and things like that. So sometimes we all do it. We're sort of like pissed off and we're annoyed and everything else. And let's face it, we don't have much to moan about. We rarely get beat, and most of the times we do get beat, we go, we probably deserved it today, or we got beat by a wonder goal, or like I said after the Spurs Champions League game, came out of there and I wasn't really that bothered because I said it was one of the best games of football I've ever seen. It was just an amazing game to watch and be there at. Make sure to film it. It will be filmed. We even have new camera equipment and microphones for the coming season. Yes, we've got all that sorted, which is great news. So all of that stuff is in the pipeline. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be very exciting. Looking forward already to tactical analysis quiz. You've already won it. Nobody else is looking forward to it, Blue Art, because they're all going to go, no, Blue Art's going to be involved, and that's it. I won't have a chance. City are the team to beat next season, no doubt. Absolutely, of course we are. We're the quadruple winners. So sounds really good, fellas. Yes, it's going to be good, fellas. That's the movie quiz. It's going to be loads. Like I said, loads of stuff in the pipeline. Dominus Earth, how are you, buddy? Loads and loads of stuff. Absolutely loads. we are going to be hairstyle rating. Who can we get? Who? Any of you? Beninism, there you go. That's your job. Do you want to do for Man City Fan TV hairstyle ratings? What's that? Rob, hope you're getting a sheepskin coat to compliment me in my alien hat. No, Rob can wear the sheepskin coat and an alien hat. That'd be some sight. I'm going to I'm going to be Ronnie Barker to his carpet. I need to just get 2 big chairs now, or 1 big chair. If you need anything, as you know, just ask Andy or Rob. More than happy to help. Anything, no problem. Thanks, Martin. Will you do a preview for the Community Shield? Yes, we definitely do. We'll do. Fork endles. Yeah, endles for forks. Little and large. Oh, hey, listen, little and large. Have you seen the size of Rob? Are you talking about me that way? I hope it's true that Pep has regular contact with Mbappe. Who else? Well, hey, listen, do not be surprised. Just 1 back-to-back is enough. I'm not greedy. Andy is little. I'm definitely little compared to him. Don't worry, Martin. We'll be tapping you up for some insight. Yeah, Rob is a lot taller than me. Is Eddie Large still about? Pep hair 0, style 10. There you go. So you're in charge, Beninism. You're doing the. You'll be looking at after every game the players' hairstyles from 0 to 10. Kieran Haynes, what do you think of Pepe to Arsenal? It's a lot of money. I don't know, mate. Is he worth 80 million? No chance. Absolutely no chance. Do Arsenal need him? Yeah. But for 80 million quid? It's crazy. But, you know, that's all I've got to say on it, because it's Arsenal. I'm not really bothered about Arsenal. But I think he passed Steve. See that beam above Andy's head? I'm banging my knees. Probably. Certainly bang your head on it. Insight. Who said I have insight? I'll wing it. Walker has had the hairdryer from Pep and it fell out. Well, my wife said to me, oh, he's definitely had the hair transplant. He's followed David Silver's lead, definitely. And I went, you reckon? He's just shaved it off. He always had a full head of hair. She went, he's definitely had a hair transplant. And I was looking today if they go really close to it to see if he's got like the little pricks or all. I couldn't see. Eddie Large is still alive. Yeah, I was going to say, I think he is, isn't it? Eddie Large. Sid Little died, didn't he? Treble winners, does he go to matches? Eddie Large is a big Man City fan. Yeah, we know he sat on the bench one time. Scott Williams, cheers, Treble, now I feel bad. I think with him, Orbalaka is deadly, but the defence. I've no idea what you're talking about, Kieran. I'm assuming, Kieran, you may be an Arsenal fan. Don't worry, you're more than welcome to come on here, but I don't know who. Obama. Oh, right, sorry. Aubameyang and Lacazette is deadly, but the defence, right, okay. Sorry, it's my fault. I was a bit slow there on the uptake. I'm surprised. I'll be surprised. I'm surprised both of them are still at Arsenal, if I'm honest. I thought you might have gone for one over the other. And I possibly would have taken Lacazette over Aubameyang, if I'm honest. Plenty of little pricks around for sure. But I didn't even watch Sid Little on the pensioners abroad thing. Never wears a City shirt. Plastic. Pensioners abroad? Don't know, mate. Hi, fan blood. Yeah. What's your top 4 predictions? Said it before. City, Liverpool, Spurs and Chelsea. There's my top 4. Eddie Large was on City's youth books until an injury in his career or an external accident. Well, remember he said Sid Little isn't a City fan. I don't know anyone who said he was, I think, Trouble. I don't think anyone said he was a City fan, Sid Little. I just said, is he still alive? I don't know whether did he die? I can't remember. Rooney's hair plugs were transplanted from his backside. That's why he's playing shit. Miss Eddie in the home team seats. Yeah, well, he was on the bench, wasn't he? Was it who was it now? Who took him on the bench? Who's the manager now that let him sit on the bench? Somebody remind me. I'm sure, unless I'm making that up, I'm sure they did. He came in and gave a half-time talk, and then ended up sitting on the bench on Main Road. Oh right, so Sid Little did say because of Eddie, he did support City. Okay, Liverpool don't spend before the season as much as it hurts. I think Spurs may get second. Maybe they've made some decent signings there, Kieran. I see Wolves getting the better of United next season. That gap is closing. Hey, we'll see. You can name the next stream. BFG meets the Burrows. Eddie was with Billy McNeil, was it? Was it Billy McNeil? I couldn't remember, but it was that. That was a true story, or am I just totally John Bond? Am I totally making that up? I'm sure it happened. Maybe I'm just making that up, and it's completely untrue. But I'm sure he went in and did he not join in and try and make the players laugh at half time or something when we were getting beat, and then he early 80s or something like that, and he ended up sat on the bench. Was it? I don't know. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. Eddie was Billy McNeil, John Bond, circa 83. It was early 80s. I'm sure it was early 80s. What have I missed? Joseph, you missed nearly an hour, mate. Kieran Holmes, Mark Goldbridge, all he says is Man United have 400 million swoop. United fans are so dumb. If you only just realised that, Kieran. Blue Art, I think Wolves will finish above United. They were only one place behind Leipzig. You reckon? Do you reckon? I don't think so. I'll be honest. I don't think so. But we'll see. Yes, it was McNeil on the... okay. So it was Billy McNeil. It wasn't Tony. Blue Art, this isn't a quiz. Is Mel Machin still kicking about? No, did Mel Machin die? If I speak out of turn, I apologise, but I thought he died quite a while ago. Me and Andy were on City's books in the 90s, to be fair, so was everyone else who turned up at Main Road. Till that bugger Joe Royal gave us the boot. Read all about my book, City the Wild Years. Eddie should have done the team talks when Alan Ball was in charge. Matt stayed up. Yeah, it's all, you always feel a bit bad though, you're talking about people who've died. Steve Black, Blue Heart, Paul Lake. More comments coming in. No, always have, just can't stand them fakes. Who you talking about, United fans? No, mate. If you're well, I'll tell you what, Kieran. Look, I'm not having a go at you here, mate. But are you an Arsenal fan? Just say yes or no. Don't worry about it. You can come on this channel. You're more than welcome. I'm sick to death of always being. We know that, Blue Heart. So you were the water boy I talked about, Rob. United 6 again. Who's dead? I know Jimmy Frizzell died, he did. No, I got sold to Barca, top of everything he knows. Yes, my pick says, oh, well, mate, I'm not like, honestly, I can't see your pick. Your pick is about that big to me, so I can't open your pick up on, because I'm doing a live stream, so I can't really see it. What your pick is, I don't know who your pick is, and I still can't see who your pick is. But, you know, United fans of old are not fake fans, mate, trust me. The one thing that you can say certainly about City and United fans and Liverpool fans, they have a big fan base that are old school and been following for decades upon decades upon decades. And this is no slight on you, mate, but Arsenal fan for life, no matter what happens. Arsenal fans on general, if you go into the Emirates Stadium, you don't have anywhere near the older fan base that the likes of Man City and Man United have got. Nowhere near the older sort of hardcore fan base that the two Manchester clubs have got. You haven't. That's fact. It's simple. But I know what you mean by fake and what you're talking about. Good coach, but never saw much of him. And after all, you might on ball. Well done, Kieran, as it should be. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. This is not. I'm not having a go at you, Kieran. Not at all. And you're more than welcome to come on. We're not a channel that, you know, does that. But you know, City and United have got proper old school hardcore fans that have been following for decades upon decades. We talked about it in the live the podcast we did on Friday night. If Kieran is an Arsenal fan, he's happy that his club are ruining football. 75 million for Pepe. Well, 80 million apparently. A classic. Rob still sing it, and people always look at me oddly. I know, bro. No problem, Kieran. I heard that City financed the Pepe deal. Raheem personally took the deal. Machin is still with it. Oh, is he? Is he? I've not heard anything about him. God, how long? Well, he's not with. He's not with City. I'm assuming. God, how old is he now? Must be in his 70s now. Late 70s. All the runs that Kinky made are winding. Yeah. Phil Jones always reminds me of Laurel Hardy. Stan Laurel, you mean? He won't look like Hardy, but Stan Laurel definitely treble winners. I moved school when I was young, and my mates there were all brilliant. All United fans are great mates. Yeah, we were talking about it on the podcast, you know, and I was saying, you know, it's, you know, United fans definitely have a really large fan base of old school followers, and they're the sensible ones. It's your newer idiots that you know, give it all that crap. And we know that as City fans, you know, our fan base has just been following for decades, and the younger fan base is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, absolutely brilliant. But you can't compare Arsenal to, I don't think, United or City, or even Liverpool and Everton, if I'm being honest. He's not having a go at you, Kieran, just stating facts. No, definitely not. The size of Arsenal fan base is mad, though. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Kieran. No, I'm not. That is not the point I'm trying to make. Thought it was after all United win for. God, more comments. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to scroll back. You've got that many on here. Nothing plastic about fans of any club from that era. Not from that era. No, God, no, definitely not. C. Martin is OG Blue. He remembers the words to the Alan Ball Wonderwall cover. Machin 74, is he? Wow. How old is Pepe? Says James Richardson. I've no idea. Early 20s, I'm guessing. I don't know. Do you think Alves have joined City? GF graphs. I think it's getting more likely as the clock ticks along, if I'm being honest. We need defenders more than anything. You do. But I tell you what, well done to Kolasinac. And see, Ozil stayed in the car and shut the door. Well done for him for getting out and facing up to those two guys on a bike with the knives. Spot on, and well done to him. Just a shame he didn't fucking knock his head off and then stick that knife right up his arsehole. Fucking scumbags, they are absolute scumbags. And I believe I read today that their wives not in the back of the car as well, and things like that. I just wish he would have grabbed him by the helmet and fucking, you know, wrenched his head off, if I'm being honest with you. Because yeah, good on him for fronting up. I saw somebody post something on Twitter just before I went out, saying which player at which club would be the one that jump out the car and confront those two. And who do you think? People were saying it's an obvious one. Who do you think would have jumped out the car and ripped that knife out of that little shithead's hand, and probably ripped his fucking head off with his helmet? Only because Kinky was my legend. Kinky was, like I said, Kinky was phenomenal, but he was a bit part player, and he was great, but Ozil still ran away though. He drove away. Joy Barton would be the guy with the. He probably would. Kolarov would have definitely had a go, but no, I'm talking about now. Who in our team right now would have jumped out of that car and go it? Andy, don't start Kinky now. I'm not starting on him, mate. Exactly, Bernard. Yeah. Big headers would have just jumped out of there. You could have seen Zinchenko. I can't see that. But you can imagine Edison, can't you? Jumping out of that car, like fucking helmets going all over the place, and he would have been out there anyway, wouldn't he? He would have already been there before they'd even pulled up. He would have already been waiting for them. He would have had the door open and waiting for the bikes to arrive. I think Edison would, yeah. For also what player he wasn't. Yeah. Nasty little swine when he wants. Who's that? David Silva. Oh, David Silva. Oh, yeah, he likes a little dig here and there. Kevin De Bruyne likes a little bit of like you saw today. Mahrez, the answer is obviously Mahrez. I could see Angelino doing that. Yeah, he likes a few tats and makes himself look out. I don't know about size-wise. Edison would have got out and thrown some milk at him. The way KDV's putting his tackles in so far, he looks absolutely fired up for it. He looks... The one, like I said to you on the, I said on the full-time vlog, you know, he got that elbow, didn't he? Just as he was running through, and he might have been a bit dramatic with his fall down, but he made sure a minute later he got one of their players back. James Richardson, Edison, yeah. Salah would have died. Yeah, he would have done. Barry Conlon and Jerry Creaney. God, you love those two. You always mentioned Barry Conlon and Jerry Creaney. Put Barry might be playing for the Dog and Duck now. Angelino looks like a short, stumpy hitman. He does. 7-3 Madrid. What's that? 7-3 Real Madrid. So is this a game going on or something, Kieran? I have no idea. Enjoy your holiday, Wommer. Holiday? Who are you talking to, mate? Let us know. Atletico beat Real Madrid 7-3. Wow. Is this a pre-season or something? Bloody hell. Lee Bradbury. Yeah, he would have had a go, wouldn't he? Mike Doyle, Tommy Booth. Would have fried the guy up for breakfast. He would have done. Oh no, that wasn't a holiday, mate. No, I was working. It wasn't a holiday. Dave Watson, yeah, Dave Watson, definitely. Joe Corrigan. Imagine Joe Corrigan jumping out. Martin Horsfield, Jerry Creaney was crap, mate. No way near enough to fit to play for Pep's team. Too heavy. 350 million they spent to lose 7. Wow, 7-3. That must have been some friendly game to watch. I'm assuming it was a friendly game, wasn't it? Andy Morrison. Jesus Christ, yeah. Michael Brown. And then gone for a pint. He would have done. Real Madrid have lost all their games so far. It's pre-season, they don't really. Jerry Gow, yeah. Little Shawnee Wright would have done enough. You reckon? Okay, is Craig Russell better now? Mad Zabs and Danny Tiato. Jesus, yeah. Good tag team. I don't know about Zabba though. I think Zabba, yeah, he wouldn't have mind. He would have just ended up with blood all over him anyway. Keith Curl, yeah, Keith Curl would have probably had a go. You know, I look at and think Negredo. I think Negredo would have probably had a go. Norman Hunter. Oh yeah, Norman Hunter. Joey Barton would have tried knifing his own cat. Smoked a cigarette and then tried to put it in Ozil's wife's eye. A cigar. Not Franny Lee though, but Norman Hunter may have done the bloke some serious damage. He probably would have. Yo, always to say, how are you? Tiato and Syke. Oh yes, Stuart Pearce probably would have. Paul Stewart, yeah. Terry Phelan, yeah, and Oscar Bob. Hey, Oscar Bob's back. We always have an Oscar Bob on Man City Fan TV. Sterling would have sprinted away, probably. Nigel de Jong would have probably picked him up and carried him off and put him down somewhere, wouldn't he? Vinny, yeah, the beast would have turned the bloke into a Rubik's Cube. I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm very good, Awais. How are you, mate? I hope you're enjoying your summer. There you go. That's for Rob. Glauber Bertie. Ricky Hatton, well, he's not a player, but I mean, yeah, I'm sure Ricky would have just took him out. One or two left and right hooks would have been done with. Body punches. Jeb Brannan and Gualdino. Oh, stop getting loads of messages coming up. As well, yes, I'm being sarcastic, but it's Gualdino. De Jong was a trained fighter as well. Football, he would. Yeah, but he wouldn't have battered them. I think, like I said, he would have just picked them up and walked them off and then dumped them somewhere like he likes to do with footballers. Is Glauber Bertie coming on? Who are you? Rob loves him. That's his supporter club name, Glauber Bertie. How do you think Pep would have done in that situation? I don't know. He would have just looked at him and just said, "Look, I'm a very handsome man. Just go away. Don't do this." And he would have tried to tell him, "Look, if you come in at the wrong angle, if you would have got your bikes here and you would have maybe come in at this particular angle, you might have caught us of surprise," and he would have probably taught them to death, probably. Glauber Berti would have only made a last-minute appearance at the scene of the crime and faded into obscurity, renaming the North Stand the Glauber Berti stand for Rob. Maurizio Galdino used to be a good car salesman around my side in the 90s. Yeah, Mangala would have been at the side kicking some cans. Right, we can see this is, we've gone over now, so we're getting into like crazy stuff. Pep would have shown him how to improve tactically. Exactly, that's what I mean. He would have gone, "No, your bike, you should really have been in this position as you came in, and that knife should have been out much earlier. You needed to, play that move a bit quicker." Alan, everyone loves Alan. That's the Brazilian Alan we're talking about. So, is there any other news? Not really, I'll be honest with you, because I'm going now. But somebody mentioned actually on the blog earlier about players returning. Who was that? A couple of people on here turned around and said, "I blame you, Andy, for this turning silly." It's always my fault. It's you lot that do it. Alan loves City more than you will know. He definitely does. City fans love Alan. Pep would tell them to look him in the eyes as he's lecturing them. Any Mahrez news? Well, yeah, there is. Well, hold on. Did City play today? Yeah, they did. Christian returns. Somebody was mentioning earlier saying that all the players from South America and everything are coming back on Monday. I was just searching through. Somebody said it was on the City website. I was searching through and I couldn't find anything. I'm thinking, well, I can't find anything where it said that. But what I did find, and albeit I'll admit, but this is from Martin Blackburn, the Sun. I apologise, but it does say on here, and these are quotes. So, and like I said, I've been away, so I haven't seen all of the City catch-up stuff. But it says Sergio Aguero, Nicolas Otamendi, Gabi Jesus, Ederson and Fernandinho all got to the last stages of the competition, obviously the Copa America. Meanwhile, Mahrez only just finished the season after helping Algeria win the AFCON. It means there's a big hole in Guardiola's City squad on here on the Far East tour, but has been encouraged by the enthusiasm to return. He said, "Some of them will come on the 29th or 30th, others will come on the 3rd or 4th of August. They decide whether to come back after 3 or 4 weeks off. But I don't want them to come back if they're not fit, if they are tired and still have not recovered from a tough season." So he said it means a lot when some of them have offered to cut their holiday short, and I like it. And he said, "I want to create an incredible training sessions with the guys, but they know they want to come back. Like Raheem said before, the standard has risen every season, and if they want to play, they have to be fit." So he said, "We cannot forget that we're starting the season and Riyad Mahrez hasn't finished the previous one." On there, he said, "It's crazy schedule will kill our players sooner or later. We cannot sustain it for a long time. They have to breathe, rest, give more quality in tournaments. They have to rest, but when people want to come back a little bit earlier, they're more than welcome to." And it goes through this big long list of Instagram posts with Fernandinho out in Brazil, with Ederson out there as well. Otamendi with his wife and blah 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 blah. So I mean, from this, these are quotes that it depends who is coming back, and we'll wait and have to wait and see who is. It did say 29th and 30th, which will be Monday and Tuesday, but then the 4th also, which is Sunday and Monday the following week. So I don't think all of them are going to come back, unless all of them say, "Yeah, I'm definitely coming back." But we'll wait and see. Hopefully, as long as they're rested, and I agree, as long as they are rested. We saw the problems with Walker coming back early from last season, and he struggled. He really, really struggled. But as long as they've had plenty of rest and everything else, then I think it'll be fine. But we'll wait and see exactly what dates they do come back. Let's go back finally, just see if there's anything else. Back Monday said a few days back. Okay. But City's website are now saying that a couple of players won't be returning. It was you, Scott. Sorry. Originally, it was on the match day preview, right? I was just looking for it because I hadn't read anything. I'd not caught up with a lot of the City website or anything on there. I just came across this article today by Martin Blackburn, and he was saying that Pep had said it was the 29th and 30th. Some will be back, others will come back the 4th and 5th of August. So it'll be interesting to see who actually turns up. I guess it depends on. I can't imagine the likes of Edison will wait until the 4th and 5th. I think he'll want to be back as quickly as possible. But maybe the likes of Aguero, who played a lot of games in the Copa America, the likes of Otamendi, potentially he played quite a few games. Maybe Fernandinho might come back earlier as well, especially now we've seen Rodri play 3-4 games for City. And then obviously we've got Mahrez, and I don't think Mahrez will come back until definitely not this week. It'll be another week's time. Jesus posted, Gabby Jesus as well, who played quite a lot. He's on a plane with the England flag as the caption. Okay, so maybe he is coming back. Sergio wants an extra few days with his new babe. I'm sure he does. He'll be knackered. I think we all would. If you see Sergio's new girlfriend, it'll be a numpty return on Monday. Yeah. Hi Andy, welcome back. Hope your trip was uneventful. Any serious update on Sane? Judging from the rumour mill, the pressure on MC continues to relentless. Buying MC meeting is shame. Yeah, it's whatever happens is going to happen. Sane's going to buy him, reckons Jason. Do you remember Terry Phelan's goal against Spurs at Main Road in 1993? FA Cup, absolute class, beyond belief. Sergio always has a new piece when he'll settle down with a nice girl from Mustard. Doubt that'll ever happen. Trip was uneventful. Yeah, fake news. Sane leaves Manchester, I'll break his legs. Too little, too late. Treble winners. It was lost by the nice girl from Moston. Are you crackers, Moston? Sergio is probably mega fit after a holiday with a super fit 22-year-old. I'm sure he is. Your job to get his contract signed, Rob. Soon be Christmas. Treble winners, yes, mate. £2.5 million, man. He's too young for his Zimmer frame. Rob, Park and Andy, you can be Hale and Paste. We'll be Max and Paddy. I'm just thinking now. Who's who? We know who's who. Max and Paddy. Rob can be Paddy, definitely. The size of him. I'll shave off this here and I'll have a goatee. I just absolutely love. I absolutely love that programme. Max and Paddy. It just makes me laugh, and the outtakes are the funniest thing I've ever seen. We're gonna going to get motorhome. We'll do that. We'll go on away days. I can just see it. I can see it now. And best of all, we don't pay council tax. Stick to your Pakistan top on. Stick to your Pakistan top on. What does that mean? Stick to your Pakistan top on. Stick to your Pakistan top on. Are you trying to refer to? I'm just thinking of the clip with the dwarfs. The vertically challenged individuals who all come in. Yeah. I know now about the Pakistan thing. I'm thinking about the dwarfs when they all come in. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. And the outtakes are the funniest thing. Oh dear. Are they very small? Are they very small or are they far away? Oh, it's just brilliant. How far away are they? I'm losing the plot now. I need to go and watch some Max and Paddy. Oh, funny. Oh, God. Sorry. Not very professional, is it? Oh, fucking hell. Brian Potter. Remind me of Father Ted in the Caravan. It's just, I absolutely loved Loved it. Very, very funny. Well, like I said, the outtakes are just even funnier. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. But anyway, listen, I don't think there's anything else. I've got to go. I can't stop laughing now when something gets in my mind and I just think of things. Right, last little thing. Danny Alves. Danny Alves has put on his Instagram account the ping pong girl. Oh, and the vase. Danny Alves has apparently put on his Instagram account. He's come out and basically said, "Looking for a job. Where do I put my CV? Someone let me know if you have time to read it." And they still think they still think Man City are going to get him. So we'll wait and see on the Alves thing. I do think there'll be something very interesting with the Alves thing. I really do. And after looking at Walker's performance today, which I didn't think was great, apart from that one good cross, and we'll have to wait and see what happens with Danilo. But anyway, I'm going. When Peter Kay's going upstairs on his stairlift with his girlfriend, he says things I'm going to do to you. And Jerry St. Clair on speed. Time to go. Oh my God. Is Matt and Paddy the outtakes on Netflix? Just type it in on YouTube, mate. Just type it in on YouTube. It's absolutely brilliant. Come on, get your ping price. Ping pong balls. I thought I said King Kong's balls. Mr. Softy Thomas is Mr. Whippy with inflatable non-bouncy castle. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've got to go. Walker's lost all his strength now. His hair has gone. I've got to go. We've done 81 minutes and I'm certainly not getting into Charlie FM coming in your ears. I'm going because otherwise I just won't be able to. The face paint was funny as well. I'm like, what? You have to go back and watch it. We've had 82 minutes and we've had the last 10 minutes purely about Max and Paddy and all sorts of stuff. I'm going. Listen, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time. But anyway, if you've not seen it, BB, just go on YouTube and just watch back the outtakes from Max and Paddy and from Phoenix Nights and whatever you want to do. The stream has gone raw, it has. It's a taste sensation. Garlic bread. It's like those when he talks about the chocolate fingers in it. He is a very funny guy. A very, very clever guy. I'm not going to repeat that, Rob. Great. Listen, I'm going. I am going. Phoenix Nights, just amazing. Song and lyrics, yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber of Man City Fan TV, the Phoenix Nights channel, music quizzes, movie quizzes, you name it, biscuit quizzes, then you don't know what you're missing. But if you want to get involved with bonkers sort of chat like this, drinking out of a vase, yeah. All you have to do is make sure you subscribe to Man City Fan TV. Hit the bell icon, that way you'll be notified if there's any more madness that comes on this channel, because it just gets weirder and weirder by the day with all these reprobates that are on here now. Yeah, we start off with Man City Fan TV outside. There are a few, trust me. I'll promise you there are a few. And it starts out on football chat and ends up in just absolute madness determined by the brilliant, brilliant people that come on this this channel. So I just want to say thank you. I'm not reading any more out. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's a subscriber on Man City Fan TV. Thank you so much. You make me laugh. You better ask my wife that. It won't be me. It is Rob's fault. He starts everything. He's a bad influence on me. But guys, listen, thank you so much for coming on. If you haven't given it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up. Or give it a thumbs down, I don't care. Keith Lard caught with a smile on his lap in the backseat of his car. Right, guys, take care. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget, check out the podcasts. The podcast that. Stop it. Go and check out the podcast that I put out last night. It's really good with Martin, Carl, me, and Rob, if I say so myself. And yeah, I'll be back. It's all, if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, it's on SoundCloud. All you have to do is just search soundcloud.com/MCFC Fan TV, and you can get all the previous podcasts on there. But anyway, I'm going. Take care. Have a wonderful Saturday evening. I'm going to go and order a curry. We're having a curry tonight. No Chinese time. Fed up with that. And we'll take care, and we'll see you soon. We'll be back tomorrow at some point. And yeah, have a great Saturday evening. Take care. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Rob, for your work on the channel on Friday night. It was really great. So see you later, Jerry. Bugger off. Go and have a good Saturday night. See you soon.